These people are amongst the greatest quiz players in Britain. Together they make up the Eggheads, arguably the most formidable quiz team in the country. Question is, can they be beaten? Welcome to Eggheads, the show where a team of 5 quiz challengers pit their wits against possibly the greatest quiz team in Britain. They are the Eggheads. And challenging the awesome might of our quiz champions today are the Melting Pot. In forming this quintet, team captain Kevin has called upon the services of 4 of his brainiest friends, including 2 of his former quizmates from their time studying together at the University of Chester. Let's meet them.
Hi, I'm Kevin, I'm 25 and I'm a trainee barrister.
Hi, I'm Liam, I'm 24 years of age and I'm a litigation executive.
Hello, I'm Miles, I'm 25 and I'm a paralegal.
Hi, I'm Joe, I'm 22 and I work as a cashier.
Hello, I'm David, I'm 61 and I'm a retired teacher.
Welcome to you, Melting Pot. So, Kevin, this is a bit of a reunion for you guys then, is it?
Certainly for myself, Liam and Miles, we were at the university together and we lived with each other for 2 years. And with David and Joseph, I've seen them a lot more recently as I worked with Joseph, and David was an occasional customer into the bookies I was working with. I say occasionally.
Yeah. Very diplomatic. Say no more about that. Well, best of luck, Melting Pot. Every day there's £1,000 worth of cash up for grabs for our challengers. However, if they fail to defeat the Eggheads, the prize money rolls over to the next show. So, Melting Pot, the Eggheads have won the last 2 games, which means £3,000 says you can't beat the Eggheads today. Let's play our first head-to-head then, see if you can knock an egghead out straight away on history.
That's she. She's been good.
Looks like that's me.
Good for it.
All right, Liam, you've been chosen. Which egghead would you like to play?
Oh, well, I don't think I'd like to play any of them. They're all so clever, but I think I'm going to take CJ. There's no thinking behind that. I'm quite intimidated by all of them, so I'm just going, the first one came into my vision.
Well, hopefully there's no thinking behind CJ's answers. Sometimes there's not. Let's have CJ and Liam then into the question room just to make sure you can't confer with your teammates. OK, Liam, you're playing history. Do you want to go first or second?
I'll go first, please, Dermot.
Good luck. Here you go. Which US president died one day before President Nixon appeared on US media to announce the end of the Vietnam War? Is it Franklin D. Roosevelt, John F. Kennedy or Lyndon B. Johnson?
Well, to be honest with you, presidents aren't my forte. I'm going to rule out John Kennedy because that obviously was when he was assassinated in Dallas in '63, I believe. And FDR, I'd imagine, would have passed away a lot earlier. So it's an educated guess, but I'm not certain. I'm going to plump for Lyndon B. Johnson. OK, Lyndon B.
Johnson, you've done it on the dates. Well done. It's the right answer. CJ, your first question. Which palace close to the River Seine was burnt down in 1871? Is it Fontainebleau, the Tuileries or Versailles?
Oh, dear. I mean, Versailles did burn. I'm just trying to think if Tuileries did as well. I don't think it's Fontainebleau. I don't know this. I'll try Versailles.
OK, Versailles burned down. No, not Versailles. Other eggheads? Tuileries.
It is Tuileries.
Yeah. All right. Well, a great start, Liam. Second question then for a bigger lead. The Pleven Plan, proposed in 1950 by French statesman René Pleven, aimed to create a united European what? Currency, parliament or army?
Well, this is a bit difficult. I mean, I'll be honest with you, I don't know the answer off the top of my head. I'm going to rule out army, given the proximity to the Second World War. Looking at the onset of the currency, I don't think it was that, but looking at that we entered the European Act in the 1970s, I'm going to hazard a guess. I think it's parliament.
OK, parliament. The Pleven Plan. It's not. It's the one you first discounted. It is... Army.
No, defence plan.
OK, well, CJ, a chance then to draw level with your second question. Which title was created in 1385 for Edmund Langley, the son of Edward III? The Duke of Lancaster, the Duke of Clarence or the Duke of York?
Don't know this, but I thought Duke of Clarence was later. I don't know this, but I'll try Duke of York.
Duke of York levels it up. It's the right answer. All square after 2. Third question each. Liam, What was the name of the flagship of Rear Admiral Richard Kempenfelt, which sank near Portsmouth in 1782? Is it the Royal George, the Gladiator, or the North Fleet?
I have absolutely no idea, I'm not going to lie. I'm going to hazard a total guess at Royal George.
Good guess, it's the right answer. Gives you the lead, and 1 foot in the final round. CJ needs to get this. In medieval England, what was a Heriot? Local councillor, death duty, or unit of measurement?
I always thought it was a person, a Heriot. I don't think it's death duty. I think I've heard of the death duties. Unit of measurement. There were so many, that's the problem, different measurements. I don't know, so this is going to have to be a blind guess as well. I had a vague recollection it was a person, but I may be confusing that, so I'll try local councillor.
Okay, local councillor. No, that's incorrect. It is death duty.
Oh, is it?
Death duty, not a local councillor. You're through then, Liam, to the final round. Very, very narrow victory. 2-1 takes you.
I'll take any win, Damon.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm sure you will. As will the guys here. They're very happy. Would you both please come back and join your teams? Well, a great start for the melting pot. As it stands, the Eggheads have lost 1 brain from the final round, but plenty of hard yards to go yet, guys. And we approach our next head-to-head then. Second one today. This is geography. Who'd like to play this? Can't be Liam.
Would you prefer to do geography then?
Probably. But then who would do politics?
Should we keep you back for sport, Dave?
Yeah.
Just in case. Yeah, go on then, Miles.
I'll go for geography, and
Okay.
I'll pick Judith.
Yeah, that's very nice of you. That'll cheer Judith up.
Yeah, it has cheered me up
please.
hugely.
Yes, and not playing sport also cheers you up.
I know,
should
exactly.
Should it turn up?
Few is what I
Okay,
think.
let's have Miles and Judith into the question room, please. Well, then it's the appropriately named Miles playing geography, and you get to choose whether you face the first or the second set of questions.
I'd like to go first, please, damn it.
And best of luck, first question to you then, Miles. The city of Jeddah is on which body of water? The Red Sea, the Bay of Bengal, or the Caspian Sea?
Jeddah. Now, I've been to the Red Sea. I usually look at the map when I'm going to go on holiday, and I don't think I saw a Jeddah on the Red Sea. Don't think, although it's a big sea. So I think I'm going to count that one out. Bay of Bengal, Jeddah. Does it sound like that sort of area? I don't know. I don't know the answer, but I'm going to go for the Caspian Sea, because I don't think it's the other two.
OK, Caspian Sea doesn't think it's Bay of Bengal or the Red Sea. Judith, what do you think if you'd face this question?
I think it's in Saudi Arabia, so I think it's in the Red Sea.
It is the Red Sea. The one you ruled out. You've been on the wrong side of the Red Sea, I think. I would suspect.
Yep.
OK, Judith, what is the English name for the Puente Aéreo, the air shuttle route which links Barcelona and Madrid? Air staircase, air bridge, or air window?
Well, Puente, I think, is probably bridge, so air bridge.
OK, yeah, that's what unlocked it for you. Yes, air bridge is the right answer, so you have the lead, and Miles, to get you on the board. Sylvania Waters and Killarney Heights are suburbs of which Australian city? Sydney, Melbourne, or Adelaide?
Again, I'm not sure. I think Sydney is basically, you've got the Bay of Botany Bay, so I'm not sure if it's Sydney. Melbourne, big city. Adelaide, I'm not too sure about. I think that's a bit further out. I'm not sure how much of the coastline that straddles. So I'm going to go with Melbourne, I think.
OK, for Sylvania Waters and Killarney Heights in Melbourne, no, it's the big one, it's Sydney. OK, well, an early chance for Judith to clinch the round. Judith, in which county is the village of Pentridge? Source of the failed Pentridge Rebellion of 1817, when a group of men attempted to start a popular revolt. Is it in Suffolk, Derbyshire, or Cornwall?
Well, I don't know, but Cornwall has a lot of places beginning with pen, like, I can't think of any now, but anyway. Cornwall has
we know what you mean.
Cornwall has a lot of places beginning with pen, so I'm going to have a bet on Cornwall.
OK, Cornwall, yeah. That's very good. Such as, I'll get back to you on that. And it's the wrong answer, Judith. Which I love the way you're laughing at this too. You've all got the giggles. It's not Cornwall. It is other eggheads of the other two. Is it Suffolk or Derbyshire?
You tend to get. I think it's Derbyshire.
It is Derbyshire.
You would automatically think of Cornwall with Penn, yeah.
And you know, the odd rebellion or two located in the West Country down there. Well. Maybe a let off, Miles. This would be quite a comeback. First part of it is you need to get this, and then Judith needs to fail with hers. But let's one step at a time. You need to get this. Which Croatian city is the most southerly of these? Split, Dubrovnik, or Zagreb?
Croatia. Zagreb, obviously the capital. Dubrovnik. Split. Again, this is going to be a complete guess. Dubrovnik, I'm going to go for shoot down the middle.
And you've got one.
One. Good.
Is this going to happen? Well, Judith, still a chance to win the round, of course. What is the most visited national park in the United States of America? Is it Carlsbad Caverns, Great Smoky Mountains, or the Everglades?
Well, I must say, I don't know the statistics on that, but the Everglades are in Florida, and I think more tourists go to Florida than more or less anywhere else, so I'm going to say the Everglades.
OK, the Everglades. Again, good guess, and you were guessing. It's not the right answer, though. It's not correct.
Back in the game.
Other eggheads, look at Miles. In the game, you are. What a comeback. Just to clear up the answer with the other eggheads?
I think it's the Great Smoky Mountains.
It is the Great Smoky Mountains, which are where,
somewhere
Pat?
like North Carolina, somewhere around the East Coast.
I mean, that is, I think, a shock. Yosemite isn't there, Yellowstone, all those parks. It's the Great Smoky Mountains. OK, well. I bet after those first two fluffs, Miles, you didn't expect to see yourself still in the game.
Didn't.
You are, and you're in sudden death, which, to explain to you and any players that come after you that may get into sudden death means, quite simply, we remove the options. You've just got to tell me the answer. We make it harder to sort out a winner, because you're all square after three. So, Miles, Kibo, K-I-B-O. Kibo, the highest peak in Africa, and Mwenzi are part of which volcanic massif?
Now, the two areas in Africa that I know that are quite mountainous, there's the area in sort of Kenya with Mount Kilimanjaro. A lot of people climb that, but I don't think it's the tallest peak in Africa. So I think we're going to have to go north to Morocco sort of area. And I think it's the Atlas Mountains. So I would say the Atlas Mountains.
The Atlas Mountains, OK. You got a little bit too much knowledge there. You talked yourself out of the right answer, which was Kilimanjaro. Oh, David nodding again. David would have been through in this round. But another chance for Judith. Goat Island and Luna Island, L-U-N-A, separate sections of which famous waterfalls?
Niagara.
Niagara is the right answer, Judith. You got there in the end. Bad luck, Miles. I thought you were going to do it. Well, certainly would have kept it going if you got Kilimanjaro. But not to be means you won't be in the final round. Would you both please come back and join your teams? Well, Judith avenging CJ's defeat there with a storming victory, and still thinking of some Cornish place names beginning with Penn. She's going to tell us them all later. But as it stands, both teams have lost one brain now from the final round, and our third head-to-head comes up. This one is music. So who'd like to play this? Remember, Liam and Miles, you've played, so one of the other three.
Yeah, I'll have a go, but it's not my strongest.
OK.
Have a go.
Yeah, have a go.
You're going to do it, David?
I'm going to do it.
OK. Could have done geography. I heard the discussion held back for sport. Who knows what comes last, but you're going to go for music.
Under protest. But...
OK, under protest, but you choose an egghead, remember, and remember Judith and CJ have played, so you can face either Kevin, Pat or Barry.
They're all very difficult.
Yeah, no,
I just say
Barry.
go for Barry. Barry. They're all very difficult, all very intelligent.
Why go for Barry?
I'll try Barry.
Look at the draw.
Try Barry. OK, let's have David and Barry into the question room, please. OK, David, in there under protest, you say. Now, would you like to go first or second?
I always said if I had a chance, I'd go second, just to break the routine of contestants going first. But I've suddenly thought I'm sticking to go first.
David, first question for you. Which group achieved fame when they became regular guests on the Andy Williams show in the 1960s? Mud, the New Seekers, or the Osmonds?
It's got to be the Osmonds.
The Osmonds. It has got to be the Osmonds, presumably without little Jimmy, though. He would have been a little bit too young in the 60s. Well identified, David. So your first question, Barry. In which decade did the composer Ralph Vaughan Williams die? The 1950s, the 1970s, or the 1990s?
Oh gosh, well it certainly wasn't the 1990s. Ralph Vaughan Williams. That leaves the 50s or the 70s. The 50s just seems a little too far back. I think he lasted into the 70s, so I'll go for the 70s.
Okay, the 1970s. Incorrect. Not right. No. Obviously, we have to go to Kevin here. Give me the precise year.
58.
It's correct.
Yeah.
And when was he born?
1872.
1872. So very long-lived. Okay, well, it's great news for the Melting Pot so far, David, to build on those firm foundations. Let's see if you can get this. Which conductor made the first complete studio recording of Wagner's Ring Cycle? Is it Georg Solti, Herbert von Karajan, or Carl Böhm?
The answer doesn't immediately spring to mind. I'm leaning towards one particular name, but I'm not absolutely sure. And as I've been an admirer of his conducting, I've got to go with the popular one of George Solti.
Okay, which is the right answer. Well done. Well, you do have a very firm lead, and Barry knows what he's got to do here then. Which successful British boy band consisted of Jimmy Constable, Spike Dawbarn, and Lee Brennan? Big Fun, 911, or A1?
I'm a huge fan of all these boy bands, as you obviously can tell. The names mean nothing to me, the bands mean even less to me. So let's see if my luck is in. Straight down the middle, 911.
Oh, it is in. Yes, it's the right answer, 911. David, fate in your own hands, as I always say. If you get this, you're in the final round. That's the Way It Is and Orsino's Songs are albums by which jazz singer? Claire Teal, Cassandra Wilson, or Stacey Kent?
My inclination is to go straight down the middle, but on this occasion I'm going to go for Stacey Kent.
Stacey Kent. Oof. Right, not to go straight down the middle, but a friend of ours actually on Eggheads, isn't it? Been on Celebrity Eggheads.
She was on the Celebrity ones.
Yeah, with the Radio 2 team. It's Claire Teal. Claire Teal. So bad luck there, David. But Barry, is he going to revive his challenge here? The song Marry Me a Little was written originally for which Stephen Sondheim musical? Is it Follies, Anyone Can Whistle, or Company?
I don't know this song. So, all Sondheim musicals, I'll go for Company.
My goodness me, Barry, you're back in it.
Oh.
Well done. That's, oh yeah, I mean, you admitted with number 2 there when you had to get it straight down the middle, got your 911. But we're in sudden death, David, and you know what that entails, so here's your question. Terence Parsons was the real name of which singer whose main career spanned the early 1960s?
Terence Parsons. I do know a lot of the real names of a lot of singers, but I'm not certain about this. I've got an inkling towards Marty Wilde.
Marty Wilde, Terence Parsons. It's not. It's not. Barry?
Oh, it's either Adam Faith or Matt Monro. I think it's Terence Parsons. I think it's Matt Monro.
It is Matt Monro, real name Terence Parsons. But that doesn't clinch the round for you. We don't pass questions over in Eggheads. That's only out of interest. This is the question that could win it for you. Trollhaugen in Norway is the site of a museum dedicated to which composer born in 1843?
Well, I guess that could only be Grieg. And you want a first name, won't you? Edvard.
Edvard Grieg is correct, Barry. You have clinched a very, very tight round. Bad luck, David. Would you both please like to come back and join your teams? Well, the Eggheads have nudged ahead. As it stands now, Melting Pot, you've lost 2 brains from the final round. The Eggheads have only lost 1. So our last head-to-head, a chance for you to level it up in the final round. And this category is film and television. Who wants to play this?
Kevin's up here.
Kevin's smiling there. And the Eggheads are either Kevin or Pat.
I'm smiling now, whether I'm smiling in 5 minutes. I think I'll have to take Pat on this one.
OK, have to take Pat because you want to avoid Kevin on one of his strongest
Just got to avoid Kevin on everything at all costs.
Well, that means you're leaving there for the final round, but it's your choice. So Kevin and Pat then playing this one. Into the question room, please. OK then, Kevin, do you want to go first or second?
I'll keep up with the rest of the team and I'll go first.
Here you go then, Kevin. First question. Jeff Bridges starred in which 2010 film directed by the Coen brothers? Is it True Grit, Rio Bravo or High Noon?
This is a very popular film which I unfortunately didn't get round to seeing because it wasn't in our local cinema for long enough. Very disappointed by that. But I know it's not Rio Bravo or High Noon. This is True Grit.
True Grit, yes.
Remake.
Yeah, the remake, yeah. Right answer. Well done. Pat. Which professional dancer partnered Kate Galloway, Jan Ravens, and Anne Widdecombe on Strictly Come Dancing? Brendan Cole, James Jordan, or Anton Dubek?
I'm not a complete Strictly addict, but I think Anton Dubek is suited up and sent in for some of the tougher partnering tasks, so I'm going with Anton Dubek.
What on earth could you mean by that? Anne Widdecombe? Anton Dubek is the right answer. Well done, Pat. Kevin, When the Whistle Blows is the title of a spoof sitcom that features within which TV comedy series? Episodes, extras, or Lead Balloon?
I've actually got the theme tune whirling around my head. It's one of my absolute favourite sitcoms, Ricky Gervais's Extras.
It's indeed. Very nice for you, the way that fell. Great fan of Extras, and got it. So, Pat, which Italian directed Richard Burton and Elizabeth Taylor in the 1967 film The Taming of the Shrew? Is it Franco Zeffirelli, Pier Paolo Pasolini, or Federico Fellini?
I don't know this, so I'll have to scavenge whatever hunches I can find. Fellini is very much art house, and Taylor and Burton are mainstream Hollywood blockbusters, so perhaps it's not Fellini. Pasolini is even more art house than Fellini and slightly exotic filmmaking. Zeffirelli certainly did a couple of Shakespeare versions, so on the basis that Zeffirelli has got some mainstream credits, I'll go for Zeffirelli.
OK, Shakespeare work leading you to the right answer. Zeffirelli is correct. And back we go to Kevin. Both of you going extremely well then. Who wrote the 1987 TV series The Ritz, set in the world of nightclub bouncers? Is it Paul Abbott, John Godber, or Alan Plater?
This is something which I've heard of. It's a series which I have heard of, but I haven't seen. But based on what I think I've seen previously in credits, I will plump for Paul Abbott, but it's quite a guess.
OK, quite a guess at The Ritz for the world of nightclub bouncers. It's not Paul Abbott. You haven't got it. Pat?
I would guess at Godber.
John Godber, yeah. Didn't he have a play, didn't he? Just called Bouncers. Presumably spun out of that. Well, chance for Pat then. A slip up there, a potentially critical point for Kevin. Which fictional town was the setting for the TV drama Crown Court that ran from 1972 to 1984? Is it Devon, Fulchester, or Tellingham?
I think I know this, although I've got a slight feeling of uneasiness because it rings a bell with the Viz comic as well. Billy the Fish played for a team very much like Fulchester Rovers. But I think that's just a coincidence. I think Crown Court was set in Fulchester.
You're going for Fulchester, as well as appearing in... Is that Egghead reading material then, Viz magazine?
In the past, a long time ago, I read Viz.
Well, Kevin's nodding. He knows it. It's the right answer. Yes, you're through to the final round. Bad luck, Kevin, just missing out with your nightclub bouncers there. Means you won't be in the final round, though. Would you both please come back and join your teams? So this is what we've been playing towards. It's time for the final round, which as always is general knowledge. But I'm afraid those of you who lost your head-to-heads won't be allowed to take part in this round. So Kevin Miles and David from the Melting Pot and CJ from the Eggheads, would you leave the studio, please? So Liam and Joe, you're playing to win the Melting Pot, £3,000. Pally, Pat, Judith and Kevin, you're playing for something which money can't buy, the Eggheads' reputation. And as usual, I ask each team 3 questions in turn. This time the questions are all general knowledge and you are allowed to confer. So Liam and Joe, the question is, are your 2 brains better than the Eggheads' 4? So Liam and Joe, would you like to go first or second?
We'll go first.
Well, good luck to you. And first question. In criminology, what name is given to an unsolved case which is no longer being actively investigated? Is it end case, cold case, or sleeper case?
Pretty sure it's cold case. I'm pretty sure.
It's called
I'm almost certain. It's called almost certain.
He's a law student. He knows
well,
probably
I know,
very well.
From a couple of things. It's a term I've come across in various television shows and other forms of media, and I just haven't heard the other two. I'm pretty sure because it's open, it's not ended, and it's not sleep. But I'm pretty sure it's cold case.
Cold case?
Yeah.
OK, it's the right answer. Yes, well done. Eggheads, your first question then. A unicorn is usually depicted in heraldry with the tail of which creature? A fish, a lion, or an eagle?
Well, I don't think it's got either a fish tail or feathers, is it?
Well, an eagle
It's
hasn't
gotta be a
got a
lion.
tail. Got to be a lion.
Got to be a lion.
Yeah.
We'll go for a lion there, Dermot, please.
Lion is the correct answer. Well done, Eggheads. So back to the melting pot. Second question. In 2011, Lauren Bush, the niece of George W. Bush, married the son of which fashion designer? Ralph Lauren, Donna Cowden, or Tommy Hilfiger?
I think. What do you think?
Ralph Lauren.
Ralph Lauren was the first thing that comes to my head.
Yeah.
I'm not certain that, but was the first thing. It's either that or Tommy Hilfiger, I'd say. But I'd go, if that's your gut instinct, then let's go with that.
I think we'll guess.
Yeah.
I think A. Ralph Lauren.
OK, it's the right answer. Yes, well done. And is known as Lauren Bush Lauren. Lauren or Lauren Loren. Well done, guys. And Egghead's second question. One must eat to live and not live to eat is a quotation from a play by which writer? Molière, Brecht, or Chekhov?
Right. Any thoughts on this one? I've heard the quote. Obviously, it's one of those quotes that's passed into general language.
It's slightly puritanical. And of those three, Brecht is the most puritanical, isn't it?
Yeah.
It does have a Brechtian ring to it.
It does, yeah. It does.
But
didactic, yeah. I mean, it could be Molière. It could very
Be
easily
any
be
of-
Molière. Could, yeah.
What's the Molière glutton play called?
Lavar.
I think on the whole, we've got reasons for Brecht.
Very tenuous.
Yeah. Okay. We don't know it, Dermot. Don't remember where it comes from, and it could actually be any of them. But we're on the basis it sounds a bit didactic, and we'll go for Brecht.
It could be any of them. That's why it's a well-balanced question, as they all are in Eggheads. CJ's looking a bit puzzled. Let's just bring him in. CJ, what would you have said if you'd been with your teammates there?
Well, I thought it was Brecht. I thought I'd studied this at college, so...
OK. No, well then you'd all have been wrong. That just says confirming that it's incorrect. Who wrote The Miser?
No, it is Molière. Yeah, well, we discussed that.
Yeah, but you went for a glutton. This is a miser. One must eat to live and not to live to eat.
Yeah. Oh, no, I mean, Pat said Lavar, which is the miser.
Oh,
so,
OK.
Yeah,
you thought of it, but missed it. It's Molière. Molière, which means Liam offering a little prayer there. Well, for something that he knows. Well, you might just know this. Wins you the money if you get it. Viracocha was the creator god of which civilization? Ashanti, Maori, or Inca?
I don't think it's Ashanti because it sounds very Indian.
Right.
Even Maori, it sounds very Asian.
So do you think Inca? That's your guess? I'm with you on this one. Inca came to my head, but
Yeah,
I would be
even
lying
that.
if I said I had an idea.
Even that came to my head.
Yeah, go on then.
Inca, we go for Inca.
Go for Inca.
It's guess, pure guess.
OK, pure guess at Inca. Well, it's a guess worth £3,000.
Yes!
The Eggheads. Don't need to ask. Happy about that then?
Just a bit, yeah.